The reason for Instagram's popularity is its speed and simplicity in taking photos and videos and sharing photos and videos and getting them shared out to a very broad audience of other people that also like pictures and videos, which means it's also a good way to meet people that have similar interests. So if you have hobbies that are visually oriented, things like bird watching and animals and travel, it's a good way to find other people that have that same hobby and share pictures with them and then actually get to know them, build some more broader relationships with other people. A good segue into this slide. So basically, there's several different levels of engagement, it's called, and it's true of all social media sites. In some ways, maybe more so with Instagram than some of the other sites. You can be a very passive consumer. And so that means you pretty much have an account and you follow people and that have post pictures that you like to look at. And you view and save those pictures. And maybe you like some of the pictures, but you're pretty much just using it like a picture book where you're getting and looking at pictures you like to see. There's absolutely nothing wrong with just being a totally passive consumer. Moving over to the mid-level, this is people that start to add comments, not just liking, but commenting on other people's posts and sharing posts that other people have made with your friends. And then occasionally maybe even posting your own photos and videos. And then as we move over to the active contributor level, that's people that are posting frequently, messaging other people, actively building relationships by commenting on people's posts and interacting that way. So you're actually having a group of friends and relationships around Instagram. So this class, we really are kind of working more on this side of the continuum. The first class is over on this side of the continuum. It's kind of getting you up through that passive consumer level. This is getting over to people that want to actually contribute, not just look at things that other people have contributed. It's kind of how we're trying to break the two classes. So let's jump right into it in terms of posting. Hope that Ivy's joined us. Hi, Ivy. So I'm going to slide this over and get my phone to where I can see it and you can see it. And I'm going to go down to Instagram and open Instagram. And again, since we got a fairly small class, we'll try to leave more time than normal for questions and going off into other areas. But this is the main screen. Let me just kind of go over several sections here before we jump into taking pictures. But at the top part are stories. And if you're not familiar with stories, stories are used in Facebook. Facebook owns Instagram, or actually I should say Meta owns Facebook and Instagram now. But and this is something that is used over there. A lot of the social media now have the same concept, and stories disappear in 24 hours is one of the biggest differences between a story and a post. If you post something, it's pretty much there forever. If you create a story, the story disappears in 24 hours. Stories also tend to be a little more light and more just what's going on, whereas posts tend to be a little more thought out. But there's no real rules about whether you make something a post or a story, especially in Instagram, since both are very visually oriented. So these are stories. We'll come back to some of those in a few minutes. And then your posts are down here in the main feed. And then across the bottom are your various other options. So we're on the home tab, which is here. We'll go into the search later. And this is how you get into the profile. We'll probably be going into the profile a little bit later too. But again, since the title of the class and the main theme of the class is posting photos and videos, we're going to jump right in and talk first about posting photos and videos. A couple of different ways to do that, but the easiest and the primary way is to come up here to the plus sign at the very top. I'm going to click the plus sign. And it brings me to this screen where I can search through all the pictures on my device. It's typically a smartphone, but you can do this from a tablet. You can also use Instagram from a laptop or a desktop. And in whichever case, it's going to be looking at the photos that are available on whatever that device is. A little different from some of the other ones, again, because it's picture oriented. what you do is select a picture from the bottom area. So if I select this picture, it'll show me a bigger version of it up here. So I can make a better decision about what I want to post. So one of the first things you would do is just kind of work your way through the different pictures and find what you want to post. I think I'll post that one. I haven't posted that one before. So you select your picture. Now you can include multiple pictures in a post if you want to. And if you want to do that, you just click here where it says select multiple. It then opens up the option to add another picture. So if I wanted to include that picture as well, it would include both of these pictures. Simplicity here for the first time through, I'm going to keep it simple. So we're just going to pick one picture. And again, small group here. So please unmute and ask questions or make comments as we're going if you have any. Once you got the picture you want to post, we click next. This is where Instagram also differs from Facebook and Twitter and some of the other social media sites. You can tweak your pictures here before you post them. And you've got two different options down here to get started. One is filters and the other is editing. And we'll start with the filters first since it's the default that pops up. And these are filters. So if you're not familiar with filters, filters are preset combinations of settings. So I'll just click a couple of these. So as I click the different settings, I just switched on Clarendon. This is gingham. Some of them you may not see a lot of difference. If I select moon, you can. That's basically a black and white, not quite black and white, but almost. I'll click through a few more. So you can pick these preset filters for your picture. I'm gonna go back and select the normal one where we started. Now, if you want even more control, you can come over here to edit. And this gives you a lot of other choices. You can make some adjustments to the picture. So if I do adjust, I can actually rearrange it a little bit. If it's not quite centered, I can change it left or right and center it. You can change the brightness. And again, what I'm doing is there's just this button here and you can slide it to the left or right.